Innovation, imagination and education, key themes at INSEAD's first leadership summit in the Middle East held recently in Abu Dhabi. Some of the Gulf's grand visionary plans have encountered unforeseen obstacles in recent months due to a growing debt burden, but the dreams remain largely intact. In Abu Dhabi, for example, there are plans for a cultural island costing tens of billions of dollars, which will become the regional homes of the Louvre, Guggenheim and INSEAD. For the school, it's a meeting of minds as the Emirate shares the school's values.
Education as the key, and innovation, constantly thinking forward.
INSEAD is setting up its third campus in Abu Dhabi. It plans not just to export knowledge to the region, but to learn from it.
We are coming to a place to understand it, to help the people from the region, Asia first, now the Middle East, acquire some knowledge, because we're a school after all. But at the same time, we try to find in those regions features that can benefit the other parts of the world.
The summit brought together government and business leaders and academics. The theme of the summit, Leadership in a Changing World, was timely.
The world urgently needs the right leadership to help navigate its course amid global challenges of unprecedented magnitude.
Innovation is the ability to see a different reality, said the Deputy CEO of Dubai Media in a panel session on the topic. The United Arab Emirates, she said, has faced many challenges, but its innovative leadership has held the country together.
I honestly believe that generations from now, people will talk about the setting of the path for an Arab Renaissance, which really is being sown in the United Arab Emirates today.
But challenges still remain. The Middle East is lagging behind in terms of R&D funding, and that's stifling innovation, as are the pressures on young people to go into relatively safe government or banking jobs rather than become entrepreneurs.
I don't think there is an on and off switch to say, or a CEO that comes up and decrees we are going to be an innovative companies. It goes back to the kind of people that you recruit. Diversity here is, of course, very, very important.
Several of the panelists also spoke of the need to allow people to experiment and fail.
There are huge mistakes taking place on a daily basis, which are worth hundreds of millions of dirhams and dollars that you'll never hear about. In our business, you really don't want to celebrate those, but you know that they're a learning process, and it's a very painful learning process.
For Franz Humer, chairman of Roche and INSEAD, there is no recipe for innovation, although there may be some ingredients. And he outlined the issues facing R&D in the pharmaceutical industry.
To develop a new drug today costs you north of $1 billion. I could also spend half with the same output. I just don't know which half to cut.
The summit also heard about the power of imagination. INSEAD professor Subi Rangan says capitalism is changing.
How is the world today, and how ought it to be? This is the standard of imagination.
Throughout the one-day conference, speakers talked about how INSEAD could help in the development of the region, as well as learn from it. Research, especially in the form of case studies, will play an important role.
Because here at INSEAD, we're in really a long-term process of thinking how we can work with people in the region to create value, to strengthen the institutions and the economic development here, as well as strengthen ourselves as a school.
I would imagine 2 years from now, where you have 50 INSEAD publications in Arabic, in case studies of management and organizations and leadership.
But it's clear there will be cultural sensitivities which will need to be addressed.
It's always important for them that it's not a campus for delivering the same degree or programs that's been offered in their home country. It is something that they must tailor-made.
Our government are putting a lot of money in education to be innovative. Today, for me, INSEAD is a catalyst for exchange of ideas, exchange of culture, is a bridge between two cultures, between the West and East. Let us use this culture and the benefits of all of us. Let us be a platform of think tank.
Human capital is another challenge facing not just the Middle East, but many parts of the world. But in the region, there are high unemployment rates, especially among young people, and a high dependency level on foreign talent and labour.
This region is a catalyst, the most intense catalyst of that skills gap, the talent gap that we see anywhere in the world. It has many of the right institutions, the top brains running the governments, but somehow there is just something missing.
And work, or rather job creation, is uppermost in the minds of many Muslims, says Dalia Mogahed, who's conducted extensive research into Muslim public opinion for Gallup.
I think that this was one of the most exciting questions we asked. What are your dreams for the future? What are your dreams for your country? The most frequent response, whether we were asking someone in Kabul or Kansas, was a job, a good, dignified job.
In closing, Dean Frank Brown said there's a lot the school can do to help business and government come together, not only in the region but also elsewhere in the world.
We have faith in the commitment that Sheikh Mohammed in particular and others have made to education. And we're here for the long term, and we believe that over the long term there will be tremendous talent developed in this region. So as I said, many excellent points today, a lot of great takeaways, and I think I would like to declare our first summit in the Middle East a great success from the standpoint of INSEAD bringing knowledge and INSEAD learning at the same time.